So this is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I made my way here after making sure there were a couple of museums and a place to park. I used the spot I found on Overlander, and I headed off. I didn't really make any expectations. I don't like researching and kind of looking up where I'm going too deeply. But I was pleasantly surprised with how nice the city was, especially being a major city. The people, though, were a little cold. I suppose a symptom of a big city. This was some random fountain I found in the city. This is the first time I walked around, and there's a lot of art, like kind of scattered throughout. Then here's a picture of a brick wall that was obviously painted. It was really, really nice. Eventually, I made my way to a Pittsburgh Pirates game. The guy was selling tickets. I think he said 25 for where I'm sitting right here. Obviously, you can see there's nobody there, but I got it for 20, and it was all right. It was pretty good seats, but they lost 7-0. This is me walking back the first night, I think, and here you can see people just wrote a bunch of stuff and leave it there for a second. Not a great picture, but it was pretty cool. This is the bridge that I had to walk through, and you'll see where I'm staying. This is the bridge I had to walk from here to where I was staying, and that's where I was staying, right at the bottom of that the Duquesne incline. And this is so after that was the first day. The second day I went to the Carnegie Hall of Natural or History or whatever the hell they call it. And this is obviously some stuff from there. Here's a little video. This was like a cast replicas of all these buildings, and just look at it. Apparently they're 1-to-1. You could tell they were like plaster or something like that, but the detail is definitely still there. It was it was pretty amazing. In that same room, statue. And then they had a lot of, obviously this is the art. They had a lot of like abstract, impressionist sort of art, but perfect example. Here is a whole thing dedicated to chairs, just chairs. Scattered throughout, they had like wood art, desks, what do you call it, dressers, stuff like that. Gorgeous stuff. This was one of the dumbest things I ever seen. This was when I realized that the art culture goes so over the top. It is okay. Let me try it again. Okay. So they had a lot of wood art, different structures, tables, chairs, stuff like that. This is one of my favorites. Obviously, just a big ass dresser for me. This is a circle of stone. It's exactly, that's it. It's just a circle of stone. I think it was supposed to be like elicit some sort of old ritualistic, almost primal feeling. That's why it's a bunch of stones in a circle, and it kind of looks like there should be a little man in the middle of it, preaching the word of God or whatever. But the impression I got from it was that it was some art house kid that grew up in the city, never really seen too much nature, and yeah, that's what you get. Son of a bitch. Wait. And then they had a lot of different, like, colors and, God, like, abstract. When you look at this, how does it make you feel? This isn't even the best one. I don't know why I choose this one, but, that is, a womb. That's what I got from it, from the curvy feminine lines with the embryo. It's almost like pregnancy or the exact moment that the first, bacteria split into two, and then it became humanity. And I thought this one was really cool. Uh, you know, stones. That was obviously spearheads and stuff. Cool. Then here's the natural part, the dinosaur bones. Well, this is fossil, but it was really cool. You can see that on some of them, the bones aren't like if you look at the back hind legs of this guy right here, they're a little off, but they don't look quite right. Ooh, this is a terrible picture, but whatever. Half of it was cut out. This was pretty cool. Big ass turtle. Wow, I didn't even know that one was there. Bugs, here's how they had. This is at the Carnegie Science Center now, and this was, hypothetically how they would do hydroponics and things like that. So, and here's how a Mars colony could look, and these the displays you see were interactive, and there was one about the government and how corporation wanted to come in and buy a bunch of space to make it like a mall or something, and is it the right thing to do? It would bring tourism. It would, but it would destroy the quote natural landscape, and it was pretty cool. This is all the fluid that you excrete, I think, in a day. Yeah, the blue ones are water. The green ones, I think, are mucus. It was all labeled. I should have taken a picture of it, but brain. That's pretty cool. And then here's the submarine. Boom. It's actually not the same one. I thought it was the same one. But they had a submarine in the back, which is the coolest part. So here's a couple of that. The bunks, everything was so cramped. I don't know how they did it. Here was the, it's not a wiring diagram, but that's what I'm going to call it. Here's the wiring diagram for how to unblock the shitter. That was just common knowledge to be able to read something like that. They had 4 big FU engines, and it's just amazing. It's amazing seeing all that. Oh, and they had I think you can see it here. It says DC volts at the right, and then I think AC. Oh, maybe this isn't the right one. But on another instrument panel, they had DC and AC. And it's like, why wouldn't you just run DC? What's the point? It makes no sense. All of the lighting was done in AC voltage. All of the lighting, because for some reason it was more efficient. Yeah. So Pittsburgh itself was really pretty. Really, really pretty. I was amazed. You could see all the hills, and it was something I've never seen. The city, it was big, but it didn't feel so inhumane in a way. People were cold, but not in a, I don't know how to describe it. Saw quite a few bums, homeless people. Not a ton though. They were doing a photo shoot, and I thought it was funny to take a picture of them doing a photo shoot. This is one of my favorite pictures actually that I took. I really dig it. This was right at the bridge. This is from me crossing, from Pittsburgh to where I was staying. I like the black and white photos too. But all in all, it was a really nice. It was a pretty nice damn city. It was only the second major city that I've been to, other than DC and Detroit, but Detroit barely counts. And all in all, it was a great experience. Actually, I think I'm gonna go back. It was really nice.